5G comes with a lot of promises.
So one of the things that's broadly true in technology, and especially with a new generation, a new G, is a lot of early hype. And then the industry has to scramble to catch up to deliver on what it's promised.
The part where the industry is catching up, that's where we're at today. And the speaker? That's Ina.
5G going into all kinds of devices, reshaping cities, helping businesses transform themselves. That will well likely happen, but it usually takes some time.
And in the meantime, consumers and businesses aren't really sure if investing in 5G will pay off. Today, some people have 5G on some devices in some specific areas.
The people that always want to get their hands on the latest thing, that's who's mostly getting 5G right now.
But for most people, knowing what to expect from 5G is still pretty confusing.
So what is a new G? What is a new generation of cellular technology? It's basically whatever the global community comes together and agrees on. They say, this is what's going to be in 5G, for example, and they set those over the last few years. But the folks that are in the business of selling you cellular service, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, they always want to be the first. They tend to jump the gun a little bit, and that certainly happened with 5G. So one of the challenges for 5G is everyone already has a cell phone.
The wireless market is more mature than it was for 3G and 4G. Most people will probably get 5G when they crack their phone screen or are due for an upgrade.
Very few people are going out and saying, I want a new 5G device. What they might be saying is, I'm gonna get a new cell phone. What's out there? Oh, there's new 5G phones. Maybe I'll get one of those.
Plus, even once people do have 5G devices, it doesn't look like they'll want to pay more for service.
We saw very early on a couple of the carriers charging more each month if you wanted 5G service. And they quickly realized their 5G service isn't big enough, it's not broad enough. So now what you're seeing is, basically, if you were willing to get a 5G phone, you can get the 5G service for the same price as traditional 4G service.
And similar hurdles apply to businesses. Even though 5G could connect campuses with their own cellular networks, improve security, and create all kinds of remote working possibilities.
The question is, at what point can they get enough value from having that cellular connection to pay for the cost of both the device and service? Where is it really going to pay off?
Consumers and businesses need to see more 5G coverage to spend more money on it. But even so, the cellular industry is continuing to invest, and fast.
So 5G actually arrived ahead of schedule, and that's the first time it's happened that a whole generation of cellular technology has come earlier than expected. And what we've seen since is the industry has continued to move forward, especially in the US, also places like China and Japan and Korea. There's actually an acceleration of the rollout.
And this year, in spite of the hurdles we covered earlier and a global pandemic, 5G is still gaining ground.
In the US, T-Mobile has already rolled out nationwide 5G.
Here we go!
Now, it's not the fastest flavor of 5G, but it is ubiquitous. They can start to say, look, wherever you go in the country, we have 5G service.
And other carriers like AT&T are following suit.
You're gonna want 5G.
One of the things that is clearly going to push 5G forward, it's just going to be built into the next phone you get. It's hard to know what the killer use is going to be going into a new technology.
But here's what we do know about 5G in business. Businesses and consumers aren't quite sure what they're getting with 5G. But that'll likely change once 5G technology is in all of our phones. And once we get a feel for what 5G can do, we'll see a lot more businesses using it.
So over time with 4G, we got ubiquitous cellular services that wouldn't have existed if we didn't have that constant high-speed connection. Uber is a great example. Unless you could count on your phone being able to call a car at any time, Uber really wouldn't have worked with a prior generation. And we don't really know what those 5G cases will be exactly. We just know that in general, historically, if you give people a faster pipe, they will find creative uses for it.